If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. Know it's been a while, but today we're just going to do a perfectly ordinary video, just an absolute Carpath classic here, me showing up with some crazy Neo-Spacian pile and just playing against some DB randos. So that's what we got today. I had the one build of the Neo-Spacian deck that was like just the junk synchron stuff. So I decided I should make a build that's just like the debris dragon stuff. Now I do think this one is worse. I mentioned the debris dragon kind of sucks because you just make like Iron Chain and Ancient Fairy. It's just like a bunch of vanilla synchros, whereas junk can make like the fives that are Catastor Android's kind of like better than Iron Chain, Ancient Fairy in most circumstances, I would say. Maybe you could argue Ancient Fairy is better if you have like field spell stuff, but most of the Neo-Spacian builds can't really afford to have that going on. So generally, I think the junk build is better. That being said, we have found some innovative ways to try and make the debris build work. I decided to play some Vortex Troopers. I thought I kind of wanted another debris target, so this is what I went with. It's like a wind monster with an okayish sort of effect where it can like put important pieces back to your deck, basically. So as a starter, it's not too bad, and I figured we would want to max out on the Neo-Spacian package in this build, since we're definitely going to be playing Simorgh because Debris is a wind. So we're going to want that Air Hummingbird on top of the other four that you pretty much always play, because, of course, you have to play Panther, Dolphin, and Mole because they're the good ones, and then you generally want to play Glowmoss as well because of Sork, and Sork's a pretty decent payoff. So yeah, we've got like boss monsters in the form of Sork, Dad, Dark Simorgh, and then we have additional plays with the Debris Dragons. Mainly, we're going to want to be bringing these big guys down. That's kind of the whole thing with Neo-Spacians. And then also, of course, you have the other big payoff, which is you have a searchable Grand Mole, which is also very good. This card, man, I just think Grand Mole's so good. I played it in like a ton of decks. It's like very searchable in a ton of different ways, and its effect is so crazy. It just like eats Ab-Zero, you know? Like, who would win, the strongest boss monster in the format or one pesky boy? It turns out the answer is the pesky boy. I'm a huge fan of this card. I try to like think of as many deck ideas that can use it, because honestly Grand Mole is so cracked. And then yeah, on top of that, we just kind of got like staples in the trap lineup. Even on like triple D prison, since our normal summons are all pretty small. And we also have return. I think I like maxed out on Simorgh just because I really want to see it in here. And that means we should be able to get Return live at some point, I think. So that's the kind of cope build that we have for the Debris Dragon, Simorgh, Wind, Spacian deck. So let's get into a couple replays and just see if we can make anything happen at all with this. All right, first replay we have up against Big Moist, questionable name. What do we got here? So this was the opponent that was playing like the chaos equip plant thing. I mean, it's been around for like, I don't know, 6 months or so now, maybe even longer than that. They go first. They are on this Dimmalk stuff, and they just kind of summon Dimmalk and miss. Maybe they shouldn't have risked it with this hand. They had like a foolish debris play that they could have done. They could also just do nothing and pass with the Tragodia. I feel like that's probably what I would have done. Instead, they choose to gamble on the Dimmalk. I understand like the incentive to gamble on the Dimmalk is there, because if you hit, it's really good, because your opponent might just summon a monster, swing over the Dimmalk, then you add something back, you drop the Trag. But they didn't hit, so it ends up being kind of tragic. We go ahead and we summon the Armageddonite, send Crossporter, get the Air Hummingbird, because it's the wind that we need to get that Dark Simorgh in our hand alive, and then we just hit over the Dimmalk. They do drop the Tragodia. I made a little bit of a mistake here, where I set the call first, and then they dropped the Trag, and I like ended my turn too fast, so I set the mirror after, so that kind of tells them that this card here is the one that answers the Trag. That being said, they just go for like Titanium, I think. This played hard into Torrential, by the way they did this. But they get mirrored, so yeah, we just go for Brain plus Plague Spreader to out this Tragodia. Unfortunately, we can only make the Trag level 2 unless we want to like stack for Plague, which we really don't want to do. So I think we just make it level 2 and then Synchro 8. I go for Thought Ruler because it's the plant deck and they play all the like Brain, Mark of the Rose stuff. So we just don't want our Thought Ruler getting yoinked. Unfortunately, they just have Debris, so they can make Black Rose Dragon. And you know what? I didn't even realize this should make Crossporter miss timing. Wow, that's a huge throw by me, not seeing that there. Wow, yeah, because the Dandy would be chain link too. I don't know why I thought. Yeah, that was really stupid by me. Sorry about that. That was a screw up. Anyway, we sack super hard here with Dust Shoot because now their hand is just dead, but it would have been crazy if they'd gotten off the Cyber Valley. Anyway, I think we stack for Plague, we make an Android, we drop the Dark Simorgh, and then we summon this thing that we shouldn't have even had. I mean, we probably would have won this anyway, but yeah, pretty stupid of me to do that. Yeah, they just scoop it up. They scoop it up, we go to the next one. I should know that shit. That's my fault 100%. Game number 2. I think we just had a little bit of a slow hand, and they had the power tool. I should have sided in Sidra. Like, I saw a lot of the equip stuff. I should have known. I should have known better, but I like didn't side in Sidra, so we didn't have a lot of great turn 2 answers here to this power tool dragon. I think maybe I should have even set the MST here. Probably, because we knew they were going to be on 2 equips. And we would have needed another way. It was just like a pray they don't have heavy situation all around, so they end up not committing more cards here, which I guess I can kind of see why. Their hand's pretty good. We just go in and make a Black Rose, hit over that Power Tool Dragon, set the MST, but they are just going to go in for, I think, Brionac, because they have the dad into, like, yeah, they just have game. They just have game. It's like, what can we do? On to the third game here. Our hand is not good, but we drew Dust Shoot again. And their hand is also not good, because that's got Titanial in it. I am just, like, at this point, I'm fully just done playing Lone Fire Titanial in decks, because I just know I'm going to draw that Titanial 100% of the time. So I don't think they should have done this thing where they summoned Twilight Rose and used the Foolish. I think they should have either Foolish Pass to make me like commit to the field, since it didn't seem like I had a good normal summon, or they should have just like held everything. Because then they just get their Catastrophe Bottomless, and I know they're on Brain, DD Crow, Titanial, and none of those do anything proactive, so we're just passing back and forth here. I finally commit to the board here, because, like, I can gain 25, you know? It's pretty good. They draw Tomato off the top, though. Pretty good. Hits over my, my guy. I decided to just set this. I thought for a long time here, and I'm like, all right, let's just set it. Let's just set it. I'm surprised, actually, that they didn't Kai's. I guess they really want to use it with the Brain Control, which does make sense here, because I get kind of punished for this play. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done this, but we had to get this Tomato out of the way somehow, and I think Brain was the only convenient means of doing that. Now, the unfortunate thing is we just know this whole time that they've got this DD Crow in hand, and we need it to get used if we actually want to like do a Debris or a Plague play ever to answer whatever they do. So here, I think they Crow in main 2. They did a really weird play here where they Crow in main 2 and drop Dad. And I don't know why. They could have just waited. There was no reason not to just wait, right? I guess they're worried about getting, like, killed somehow, maybe? But yeah, it's really confusing. I'm not... We draw the Contact, of course, which is crazy, right? And then we go in, we get the Black Rose Dragon, we out the board, we set... I figure I don't really need to play into Heavy Storm in this situation, so I just set 1. I opt not to call for the Goyo here because I'm afraid of them ramming and getting Plague and then using one of their Mark of the Roses to steal it and make a level 8. So I decided to just wait, and now we can, of course, we know the Titanial's still in hand, so we can hit over and then get in for exact lethal with the Aqua Dolphin Burn effect, which is quite funny. So we maybe should have lost that game 3, actually. That Dad in main 2 was so weird. I don't know, maybe if they'd done it in main 1, it would have made more sense. But, like, they had the Brain Caius in main 1, so they didn't need to do it in main 1. But at the very least, they should have gone in for the damage, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, on to the next match. This was against, I think, the Monster Mash Montage Dragon list. I've been running into a lot of these lately. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's just, like, has Zooxid made more videos on this lately? I know I did, like, 1 or 2. But I don't think they got, like, that crazy views or had some big impact on the community. So this build was cool because they were on, like, Barbados Ore. Which is it's just like a 3800 that you can summon. I think you banish like a beast in a machine. Unfortunately, it doesn't do damage though, which just like sucks. But yeah, we open up with the Vortex Trooper, and it gets hit over, which is kind of what we want. And now we have Debris set up here. They're just gonna go for Cyber Valley Gallus. That's all good. They pitch the Fortress at end phase, which is fine with them. They summon the Barbados, hit over. We're kind of getting beat down here. I'm not gonna lie. We get the Grand Mole. I didn't know what to search. If you ever don't know what to search, just get Grand Mole. I mean, like, yeah. So we go for Goyo because we can take this and have it be 3k, and then I figure Mirror Force can protect it. But I actually don't Mirror Force here. I'm like, I'm up against Montage Dragon, probably, so I think the Mirror is worth more than just anything in terms of, like, it'll just keep me alive. I have, like, a Solomon of Mirror Force. Like, I can just survive whatever push happens. So that's the idea. Now we're using the Pesky Boy to just, like, beat them down, put on that pressure. They drop a Battle Fader. They go Valley, draw 2. Here they bring back Fortress. They summon out the Barbados Ore, which is just like 38, big dude, but we don't take damage. We Mirror Force at that point because we are just going to lose everything, and it's like a plus. So I decided it was worth it. Yeah, we have like Solemn Torrential to not die to Montage Dragon, so it's probably fine. They do get to crash that Fortress, which sucks, but yeah, we're up a lot of cards. We're feeling good. I should have used this Rhoda because there's only one target left in my deck, and if I drew it next turn, then I would have had a dead Rhoda in my hand. Here I do opt to Torrential, because I figure if they have Montage, we can just Judgment it, which I do have to do that there, because I would have died. So we bring down the Pesky Boy again. I should have attacked. I forgot this card in hand was Sangan. I, like, knew it. I mean, I shouldn't have known it, because they, like, accidentally showed it to me, but still. I should have known it was a set monster of some kind, right? I think. Actually, I don't think I had absolute knowledge of that, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. So here we do finally get that stupid Aqua Dolphin into our hand. We use it. The play here is actually pretty cool. We're going to go Dad and blow up our whole field so we can return. So I don't rip a card. I just, like, start popping things, and then I chain the RFDD, summon my whole banish pile, and we have lethal. We see the hand. There's no Battle Fader, no nothing, so we know we can just go for it. So that was a pretty cool ending to game number 1. Game number 2, what happens here? So they grab a Tragodia. Here we rip a Convert Contact, which is very nice. I figure we can make a 7, and then after this we have a Dark Simorgh follow-up, which is not that good. Like, there are no set monsters that I know of in this deck. Maybe, like, you can set the Recruiter, I guess. I do decide to Torrential here, because they dropped a double Gallus and Valley. Like, they should have Valleyed in between the Galluses, or just, like, not used the second one. Because, yeah, now they're in an awkward spot, too, where they can't drop the Trag, because it'll be too small. So I think they really should have just conserved a card there. They do go for the Barbados Ore and the Fortress. We bottomless one, which kind of telegraphs that this is like a Deep Prison or Battle Trap of some kind. So they don't attack. Smart move. Here we do... I was thinking right here, man, it would be sick if I top decked Rhoda for Aqua Dolphin to pitch the scores so I could rip a card and then Sork this thing away. And then I actually do it. So we kind of giga-sack the opponent in that sense. We know their whole hand. We're hitting in with Simorgh, with the Aqua Dolphin. They're on super low life, and they just have Gore's Trag in hand, so that's going to be it. We actually pull out some nice victories with the deck that we did play against just 2 pretty jank things. Overall, the deck didn't feel too strong at all, honestly. I think if I'd played something real, we probably would have lost. I mean, just like Dark Simorgh and Debris for some like AFD or Iron Chain and Vortex Trooper, these are like pretty weak plays, pretty weak cards, honestly, but you know, it was just a fun kind of little jank video idea, so that's how it goes a lot of the times on the channel here. You know how it is. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what thought in the comments section, all of that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.